One crossover that no one ever expected to see was Tom Hanks and his wife Rita Wilson being with the Swedish supergroup ABBA. But well, it looks like that crossover is a part of reality now. Hey there guys, what's happening and welcome back to our channel. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson party with ABBA? Let's have a look into it. Number 5. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson make headlines with ABBA. There have been a number of headlines going around recently regarding Tom Hanks, his wife, and ABBA. It was quite unusual for people to be seeing all these names mentioned in the same headline. The Forrest Gump star Tom Hanks and his wife, the in Seattle actress Rita Wilson, hung out with ABBA not too long ago. The statement may sound strange, but why would they hang out together? It's things like these that convince the masses more and more that they're living in a simulation. It wasn't just a few members from the famous Swedish group that the couple was hanging out with. Apparently, the entire group, which consists of Bjorn Ulvaeus, Agnetha Falskog, Annie Frid Lyngsted, and Benny Andersson, were there. The group first gained popularity after representing their country, Sweden, in Eurovision before going on to make their mark in the music industry. Number 4. The group hang out together. What most people may or may not know is that ABBA made a ton of plans upon returning, the biggest one of them being the group making use of today's technology to get back on the map. What we meant by that is that ABBA wants to make holograms of themselves and do brilliant tours all around the world. This is one that many expect to see in a sci-fi movie, but well, it turns out that ABBA is making something as crazy as this a reality. Last week, Rita Wilson uploaded a few pictures on Instagram in which she was wearing a large woolen coat to deal with the cold Stockholm winter. The picture pretty much went viral, but not because Rita was wearing a huge coat, but because in the picture was an ABBA member, Benny Andersson, who was smirking at the camera. More pictures surfaced later, which were mainly snapped by paparazzi and Tom Hanks himself, who posted a couple of photos with other ABBA members like Bjorn and his girlfriend Christina Sass. All of them looked like they were having a blast. Number 3. What did they all do together? After the news of Tom, Rita, and ABBA hanging out got confirmed, Rita proceeded to share tons of adorable pictures on her social media accounts with the captions expressing her love for the country she was in, Stockholm, the capital of Sweden. She even showered praises upon ABBA, exclaiming just how good her experience with the group was. Wonderful to meet our friends Benny Andersson and Bjorn Ulvaeus from ABBA through their music, Rita wrote under one of the photos. How lucky are we to have their music, she added. You see, it always tickles people's curiosities when they hear about two celebrities hanging out together, but the thing with this particular collaboration was that fans from both mediums, fans of Hollywood and fans of Swedish music, were able to come together and celebrate their heroes meeting one another. All in all, the whole thing was pretty darn wholesome. We're not only talking about the collaboration, but the reaction of the fans as well. Before we continue, please be sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel if you are enjoying this video, and press that bell icon so you don't miss out on any more of our upcoming content. Now let's get back to what we were talking about. Number 2, Rita plugs ABBA. Rita not only hung out with ABBA, but she also promoted their music to her audience. This went on to show just how much she appreciated the group from the bottom of her heart. The actress encouraged anyone who had plans on visiting London in the near future to make sure to check out the ABBA Voyage hologram show, which she described as being an extremely exciting experience that's sure to give people the time of their lives. ABBA's hologram antics gained popularity very soon after people got the first chance to see it. The whole thing was so well received by people that the jaw-dropping show has apparently been set to go on until 2026. So yeah, the people who are in fear of missing out on the show still have a lot of time to watch it live. Even if for some reason you happen to miss it, we're sure there'll be many other groups that follow in ABBA's footsteps upon seeing the massive success of their hologram plan. Number 1. What other headlines have the Hanks made? Hanging out with ABBA isn't the only headline that Tom Hanks has been involved in recently. He also made a few headlines after making a paid tribute to the man whose life inspired the movie The Terminal, Mehran Karimi Nassiri. Nassiri, who went by the name of Sir Alfred, got himself tangled in a sort of limbo at Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris in the late 80s. This happened after it was discovered he didn't have any residence papers on him. Nassiri then went on to live the entirety of his life at the airport. Does the story about the man spending his whole life in an airport ring a bell? Well, that man was Nassiri. He died of natural causes last month. Sad to hear the passing of Mehran Karimi Nassiri, alias Alfred, of Charles de Gaulle, Tom wrote upon hearing the news of Nassiri's passing. The airport isn't too bad. No one knew that better than Mehran, he continued. This brings us to the end of our video. So this was a deep dive into Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson hanging out with ABBA.